So hi guys, we are here with Vitor, here to address some of the questions from the community. We hope to do that as best as we can today. So Vitor, what is the status of the smart wallet works?
Sure. So we finished the package of work that we planned for Berlin. So, for example, by Berlin, we plan to have the smart wallet integrated, which is a series of smart contracts, and we started internal testing of the smart wallet and the PPN as we did the demo. We decided to make some changes afterwards, and these were the changes we've been working out. There's a trick balance to be observed here, which is like the speed we release things to the community is one factor, and the second factor that we need to balance out is the willingness we have to put a product out before we're okay with that. And this willingness, this is a very tricky balance too, because we want to be there, we want to be open. At the same time, I need to make sure it's future-proof. For example, we decided to change the wallet contracts for better PDL support in the future. So to do better integration with identity. So when we did that, if I had the wallet open already, I had to ask our users to create new wallets, which is the one condition I don't ever to do. What I always try to avoid is to ask people, well, forget your username, create a new wallet.
Yeah, right.
This is the worst case scenario. Is a user, you're telling him to drop the product. We had to make this balancing act. So now we're coming to the point where we say, wow, this is okay, this looks future-proof enough. And then on this future-proof side, smart contracts, they're immutable. So the moment I release this, I need to be comfortable. I'm going to live with this forever. So we're in the point to say, wow, this is future-proof enough. It looks good. And I can do my next year roadmap on top of the foundations I'm building now. So we got a few people in internally today. And we're extending this from Monday on to include part of the external testing team, a few invited members of the community, and we'll keep on building over the next month.
Is there any reason in particular that we cannot just give out access to the smart wallet to everyone in the community and just like see what goes on, like what happens?
Sure, this is something I definitely would like to do from like a developer perspective. You have a product out, what you want is feedback. At the same time, you do have a trick. It's always a tricky balancing act, because at the same time, the first people to test your product are the people who care about you the most, and these are the people who are going to test and enjoy the product, and they're stronger supporters, and you don't want to expose these people to big problems if any of them arrives. So I don't want to ask for the members of the community that would be more willing to test and more engaged with the product to say, well, we test this version, decide some changes, so we're going to roll that back, I'm going to remove that wallet for you, we're going to create a new one. I don't want people to go through that. This is the equation I need to always keep on solving. This is a good part of my job, is to understand this release management,
Right.
What I'm ready to get out.
When do you think that it will be like in a state where it's like safe or tested enough so we can release it?
Yeah, for next week on.
Next week on.
Yes.
So okay, cool. So I like
We
short
have-
answers like that.
Yeah, we have internal people being added today,
Right?
the internal testing team, and from next week on, we're going to expand the pool of people with access. Have a bit more than 200 people that registered for early access.
Oh, awesome. So they went through the process of
Yes.
opting in. Cool.
So we have about 200, a bit more than 200, I think 220 last time I counted. So we'll start getting these people like in batches from next week on.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, Vitor, so thank you very much for the
Welcome.
information that was given today. I guess everyone likes to have like this insight into Pillar.
We're happy to be transparent and try to like answer questions and really, try to get you guys to understand. And this is interesting. This is a very interesting experience because like in a company, in a classic company, not an open source project like Pillar, these would be discussions I would have under closed doors.
Yeah.
I would sit down with my team and say, well, now I'm LTM, I'm ready to market. And when you're doing this in Pillar, this is an open conversation. Like people can see the GitHub, they see if there's action, they see no action. They say, well, we're gonna start early access, and people ask why. And it's a very fair question. It's a community-funded project. People they should ask, and we need to answer, and provide. This is the reality. What we're trying to achieve here, and what are the constraints we have. The ways we act and how we solve these problems.
Yeah. This is interesting because I don't think that most people in the community actually realizes that they can actually check in on us through GitHub through the Telegram channel. There are many people out there that might not know that that's a thing. Even following Telegram can be a bit overwhelming at times because there's many people talking all the time there. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that much can be lost in the conversation. Let us know, guys, if you'd like to see more of this kind of content in the future, where we get in front of the camera, record a quick video for you guys, and basically try to answer the most burning questions that you guys might have. So just to close it off here, guys, if you have an interest in getting into the early access for the smart wallet, you just have to follow the tips that I gave you in a few videos ago. I'll post the video link here. It's easy, just go in settings and just opt in early access. Should be easy enough. And then you get into the list, and then eventually you get into the queue to be one of our testers and help us iron this thing out and get it ready to go. If we have any more questions, ask in the comment section below. Thank you very much, guys, and see you next time. Subscribe.